what's going on, guys? SeeJayAre here today with my PlayStation Vita collection. The Vita, as you can tell from the title, is one of my favorite handhelds of all time, and in my opinion is, well, it's a fact, is the greatest handheld of all time technically. I'm not going to say it has the best library of games or that it's overall the best handheld, but when it comes down to power and performance and visual quality of the games that it produces, it's hands down the best handheld console of all time. That being said, I probably have put more hours. It's probably even actually for me, between the Vita and the 3DS. Obviously, the Vita didn't sell that great, and I think that's mainly because one of its main positives is actually one of its main downfalls is these games are a console experience on the go on a handheld. The problem with that's fantastic, but the problem with that is you can play a console in your home. My point is, with a 3DS, the 3DS games are usually a unique experience that you can't do on a home console, whereas the Vita is basically like taking your console with you on the go, which is amazing, but I feel like there might be a little bit too much crossover between the Vita and the home system. That might be one of the main reasons why it didn't survive. Another huge one is third-party support, which is usually the issue when consoles don't do well. Yeah, they tried to shoehorn touch mechanics into a lot of games. That kind of turned people off. I thought that in the case of like an Uncharted, I thought it was actually really well done and added to the game. I'll talk about that when I get there, but I am a huge fan of the Vita. The Vita is now officially dead. There will still be, I believe, digital releases coming out, but in terms of like first party or third party, even big AAA releases on the Vita, they're done. We'll probably still get some more RPGs coming to the system. Yeah, so let's get into this. This is my PlayStation Vita collection for 2016. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Vita, what some of your favorite games are, and how you would rank it in the all-time greatest handhelds of all time. I'm actually going to put a little poll here ranking just asking you guys what is your favorite handheld of all time. I'll list 5 of what I think are probably the top 5 of all time, and go ahead and vote on which one you think is the greatest. Anyways, let's get into this. I'll start with my consoles here. The first console I had was the original Wi-Fi model. I picked it up on launch day. I can't remember what it cost, or as I go through the games, I'll probably remember which games I picked up with it, but the differences between the two, I'll show you the other one here. After I picked up the Borderlands bundle here, this is like the OLED screen, and this is what, an LED screen? Very minimal differences. I believe there was like deeper blacks on the OLED, but I actually like the brightness of this one a little better. Really, you can't go wrong with either one. They're both gorgeous. I do like the form factor of the second model a little better. This one came with Borderlands 2. It was kind of a bit of a nerfed version of Borderlands, but still pretty fun game. Didn't hold up to the console release, obviously, but... And then finally, the third system, kind of like the little brother? I don't know. PlayStation TV. I was actually really hyped for this. I paid full price. I picked it up on release. The main reason I wanted this was to stream PS4 games up into my bedroom and be able to play games up there. Unfortunately, at first that didn't work too well. You've got to have a really good connection. Since then, I've got a much better internet connection. I've got it hardwired upstairs, and it actually works really well. Like a game like Fallout 4 will actually stream pretty nicely, and you can use a PS3 or PS4 controller on it. It'll also play PS1, PSP games, which I have a lot of digital PS1 and PSP games, so that's kind of nice being able to play it on this. This never had Netflix, which was a major killer of this thing. For them to not even enable Netflix on this thing is absolutely moronic. It would be a great little set-top streaming box, but it never happened. It's just pure stupidity. Why Sony would not enable Netflix. It works on the Vita. If you put the Vita app on here, it will not run. So obviously there was some issues with compatibility because certain games required touchscreen, but if you can find one of these, and you can now for like $40, just to stream your PS4, I believe you can do the whole Netflix or PlayStation Now games through this. You can play your Vita games. This is a great dedicated Persona 4 Golden machine. I really like playing Persona 4 off this. I would recommend this actually at 40 bucks. At full price, hell no, but pretty cool system if you can get it cheap. Some special editions here, Trails of Cold Steel. This is a recent RPG by Xseed. It's really good. Voice acting's fantastic. I would highly recommend this. I'm trying to get back to this. I've been playing Fire Emblem on the 3DS. I kind of replaced this. Ys Memories of Celceta from the Ys series. They were great on the PSP. Put this aside. Okay, on to my games here. Recent pickup actually, Silent Hill Book of Memories. I think I paid like $2 for this. Not the greatest game, but for $2, I'll pick up any Silent Hill game for that much. MLB The Show. This is last year's version, which is actually just the code. This is the last MLB. It's not coming out on the Vita this year, so I probably will actually go back and play that. Just because I like to get my baseball fix. It's nice playing baseball on the go. I actually like doing it. Persona 4 Golden, must have on the system. Probably one of easily top 5 games on the Vita. Fantastic port of the PS2 game. Yeah, I actually think I like it better. There's Trails of Cold Steel. God of War collection. This one is both. What's in this? 1 and 2. The PS2 ones are on this. Trails of Hearts R, a Namco Bandai RPG. The Walking Dead Season 2. I have these digital, so I haven't played them, the physical versions. Army Corps of Hell, kind of a hidden gem here, Square Enix game. Reminds me of Overlord or Patapon, that kind of game. The Wolf Among Us, I beat this. Really, some really bad technical glitches on the Vita version, but I was able to power through it. Really good game. Freedom Wars, another cool game. A lot like Monster Hunter. I actually like it more than Monster Hunter. I really enjoyed that. Saturday Morning RPG, one of the most rare games on the Vita. I did a video on that. I'll post it here if you want to learn more about limited run games. This is a Mighty Rabbit game. RPG with a whole bunch of like cool 80s, 90s references. Dungeon Hunter Alliance. This guy here, I believe, was a release game. It's like Diablo. Not a bad game. MLB The Show 12. I can get rid of that, I'm sure. This is Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. Sorry. Kind of like a platformer mixed with some 3D elements, kind of like the console versions, but a pretty unique experience, and you can find that for like $5. I'd recommend it at that price. Lego Marvel Superheroes, really good Lego Marvel games, or Lego games in general on the Vita. Rayman Origins, must have, gorgeous on the Vita. Another must have, Lumines, my favorite puzzle game of all time. Mainly played the PSP version. Virtua Tennis 4, really good Virtua Tennis game. I believe this was a launch title. I remember playing that at launch, I think. Yeah, it was a launch game. Resistance Burning Skies. Not a bad shooter. There wasn't really any great shooters on the Vita. Call of Duty, I don't have Call of Duty yet. A lot of games, somebody's gonna comment, you don't even have this. I might have it digital. Call of Duty's one I haven't got to yet. I know it got bad reviews, but I still want to pick it up. But that's Resistance, not a bad game. Mortal Kombat, pretty good on the Vita. Tearaway is a must-have, really unique experience. It's out on the PS4 now, but I'd much rather play it on the Vita. Unit 13, there's a hidden gem on the Vita. Actually a really fun game. Shooter, what would this be? Like a third-person over-the-shoulder shooter? Kind of like the big game right now, The Division. Little Deviants, another launch game for the Vita, kind of a tech demo. Again, if you can find this for a couple bucks, definitely grab it. The Walking Dead Season 1. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I heard this one's actually getting kind of rare. Smartass, another game you can find for a couple bucks, actually pretty fun. Similar like the Brain Age series, like brain games, and then I think you get a score and you can compete against other people online, compare your scores. Wipeout 2048, really fun game. Another launch title, I believe. Probably my favorite game on the system, and I'm going to play through this again. Actually, you might be able to see the TV over there, but I'm playing Uncharted 2 right now. I'm just in the last hour or so of beating that. Then I'm going to beat 3, and then I'm going to move on to this before the Part 4 comes out. So, highly recommend that. And this game, like I said, used the touch back screen and front screen in some really interesting ways. Little Big Planet Vita, one of the best versions of Little Planet. This is a really great version, especially for a portable one. Metal Gear Solid HD collection. Trying to remember. This is 2 and 3. I can't remember. I guess it doesn't. The handheld one doesn't have Peace Walker. But either way, 2 and 3 on a handheld, amazing. Cross save, so you can play it on your PS3 and keep your save going. Hot Shots Golf. I've never been a huge fan of the Hot Shots Golf series. I didn't put a whole lot of time into that one. This one's on my pile of shame. Gravity Rush. I put like 3 or 4 hours into this, and I really want to go back and finish that. I know this is coming out, or this is already out, I think, on the PS4 too. FIFA Soccer. This is the original. I believe it was a launch title or somewhere close. I felt no need to upgrade. Every other version that came out after this was just a simple roster upgrade, and I don't care enough about soccer to have every single player on each team. But really great soccer game. And I remember actually you could use a back touchscreen to shoot, and wherever you would touch on that back panel, say this was a panel, if you'd shoot here, it would go top left, top right, lower right. Actually kind of cool. Killzone Mercenary, probably the best shooter on the Vita. This one actually is really quite good. Yeah, so I'd highly recommend that one. Anyways, guys, that's it for my PS Vita collection as of 2016. I'm picking up more and more games for this lately just because they're so cheap and the Vita is on its way out. It's a great time. It's probably the best time to buy a Vita. You can find one for under $100 with a couple games. Of course, the memory cards are a nightmare. But if you can pick up like a 8 or 16 gig memory card with it, that's a pretty good deal. And for those of you who have PlayStation Plus, make sure you're always downloading every single game. Even if you don't have a PS3 or you don't have a Vita, you should have been downloading them this whole time, because you never know. You might find a cheap Vita one time and then boom, you've got 30 different games that you can download for free because you've been downloading them through PlayStation Plus. I always make sure that I have them all, but when I didn't have a PS3, I was still downloading them. It just makes sense to download them if they're free. For a lot of people who've had the PlayStation Plus, to go out and pick up one of these for $180 and to have a whole bunch of indie games. This is a fantastic console for indie games, stuff like Retro City Rampage. Drawing a blank right now. I don't know, Terraria. All the big indie games are fantastic on here. I think Fez. Yeah, a bunch of them. Braid. So yeah, highly recommend you guys go out and pick up a Vita if you haven't done so. Like I said, in my opinion, well, definitely the greatest handheld of all time in terms of technology, graphics, that sort of thing. So like I said, feel free to vote on what you believe is the best handheld of all time. And let me know in the comments below what you think of the Vita and what some of your favorite games are, hidden gems, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You can really help me out by just hitting the like button. And yeah, you can find me everywhere on social media at SeeJayAre. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next episode.